Terrorists have been attacking churches, abducting worshipers for years now. And to investigate this Christian persecution is Congressman Riley Moore of West Virginia, sitting on the House Appropriations Committee. And the congressman has a tie to the story because you just traveled with a congressional delegation to Nigeria to see what's happening, doing so firsthand. Can you share that with us? Because it's one thing for us to report it, but for someone that was on the ground to see it, what can you share?
Yes, and Sean, we went there just the beginning of last month in December, and part of that was at the instruction of the president, who had asked myself and Chairman Tom Cole, the House Appropriations Committee, to investigate what's going on in Nigeria. So we went there, and I will tell you the stories that we got from the ground, talking to internally displaced individuals, Christians who were living in these refugee camps, IDP camps. It was just absolutely heartbreaking. I had met a woman who had all 5 of her children murdered right in front of her. And wow. She was pregnant and was able to escape, had the child in one of these refugee camps. I met another woman who had her husband and 2 daughters murdered right in front of her, and they actually killed her unborn child. I mean, this is the most barbaric violence that you can imagine. And now we've had ISIS issue a statement saying, Christians of Nigeria, convert or die, or you can pay the tax to live under our caliphate. We cannot stand by and allow the slaughter of Christians to continue in Nigeria. And the good news here is that the government of Nigeria is working with the United States. This strike that we had was in coordination and cooperation with the Nigerian government. So we are moving in a positive direction in all of this. I think there's going to be a strategic security framework that's going to be set up at some point here soon in between our 2 countries that is in the works, where we will be able to do some capability gap fillers for the Nigerians and their military, and then also provide the type of support like we did on Christmas with 12 Tomahawk cruise missiles, which, by the way, was the first time in 2 years you'd not had Christians massacred on Christmas. Instead, we had terrorists paying the price this Christmas.
When you went in December and you visited the displaced persons camp, the IDP camps in Nigeria, I'm seeing some photos. Can you talk to what we're looking at?
Yeah, that woman with the child is actually the one that I just talked about, who had 5 of her children murdered in front of her and was able to escape. That's her right there. And that's all that's left is her and her child, and she's still living in an IDP camp. And to be clear, the Fulani Islamic militants that are in the middle belt of that country, which is where we were visiting these IDPs, they are continually attacking IDP camps as we speak. So for all the naysayers that say this isn't about persecution of Christians and they're not being targeted, then why are they burning down churches? Why are they targeting IDP camps? Why is ISIS saying convert or die? You're going to see stories come out from the left, from the Democrats, from the liberals, saying, no, this is about climate change and land disputes, and this isn't about Christian persecution. I am telling you, as somebody who was on the ground, this is Christian persecution that is happening in Nigeria. And to be clear, there are all Nigerians that are being killed by these Islamic terrorists, but there is a specific focus on these Christian communities.
Yeah, again, from someone that actually went there, was on the ground, and who spoke to people there, sharing that story.